Salamun, salamun. Welcome to lecture 88. And the title of this lecture is Worldwide Religious Stupidity of Fasting and the Quran. So, actually, I stopped Moses and Pharaoh series of lecture because now the month of Ramadan is on hand. And all this religious parasite, Quran says the mutrifin, they are now imposing this non-Quranic religious practice, which is known as Ramadan, to mint their money, and they will use the same tactics. The poor Muslims, they are herd of sheep. They are saying them that worship in this month. It's a holy month, and you will go into the heaven and then join in the Taraweeh. Then last 10 days, Lalatul Qadr. So they are, you know, making the propaganda. This stupidity they are doing. It is from the 1,400 years. So, and the Muslims, they are like a herd of sheep. They are following them. They cannot ask them the question, why this Ramadan you are celebrating? Then after Ramadan, they are collecting special donation, you know, arrangements are being made. The people, they hire the people to collect the donation. And the people who are sitting in the back, the management, they're all parasites. They're all criminal here. They don't know anything about the Quran. Even the Imam does not know anything. Just you come and offer the prayer, Taraweeh 10 or 8 or 20 days, they have difference in that even. And the Taraweeh is not in the Quran. Ramadan is not in the Quran. I don't know from where they have fabricated or made it. So, actually, these 5 lectures I want to deliver during the month of Ramadan because it is good for the believer. They open their mind that some flashing of their mind will happen after my lecture. I'm very much disappointed because they don't think, because thinking is a sin for them. If you will ask the question to the Imam, you are cheering the God. So you cannot ask him any question. So their dictator, their God is dictator. So this lecture was removed by the YouTube management. Actually, there were 157 lectures. They were all removed. But we are trying to bring it back, and I do hope in the website you will find all these lectures over there. We have made the management, we have recovered them. So now, you know, it's a matter of 1 week. I think you will have on our website. So let us start the stupidity of fasting. This is a curse in the religion, Under all the religion, they have some music, they have some eating, they have some quali, they have some puja. This is all. So that is the reason, first of all, I'll give you the short introduction worldwide nation regarding the fasting. So almost all the religions of the world are observing fasting with some variation in eating stuff, time, day, or month, with different rituals and dissimilar ways of the worshipping of God. So if it was from the God, and the God rule and regulation in this verse, they are permanent, immutable to change them. They are intelligent. There is no difference or contradiction in this law. It will never happen that law of buoyancy will not work. So this religion, all these religions, they are minting money in the form of donation, in the form of eating, in the form of performing supplication. So, a religion definition of the fasting, almost all the religions are same. Nearly all the religion, including present religion of Islam. But Quran is not Islam, this religion. Quran is a debate book. It is not a religious book. And I have given 2, 3 lectures about this. Signifies fasting is a heartfelt seeking God's will and glory in one's life by praying, and it is a way to achieve the promised of God to make him happy because he was unhappy before observing the fasting. So all the religion they are unanimously saying that the purpose of the fasting is to make the God happy. He was unhappy because we were eating. Now he said, take some gap or some interval. So now he will become happy. So this is the main, all the religion, main, motto or main subject to observe the fasting. In the light of the education of all religion, fasting means abstaining from consuming different foods or liquid and sex from dawn to sunset and worshipping of God. This is the second thing which they are common. So some food they allow in some religion, some drinking and time and in present Islam they prohibited sex with a woman in the month of Ramadan. And they made this because they twisted the translation of the Quran. So they fabricated everything by making the wrong translation of the Quran, and then they are saying this is from Allah, this is from God. Christianity fasting. The Bible has mentioned to practice fasting to seek the friendship of God. Jesus fasted before he began his public ministry. Luke 4:1-2. Nehemiah fasted to help him confess his sins to God and turn away from them and to ask God for favor in the sight of the king of Persia to get permission to rebuild the wall of Jerusalem. So this is the reason. Look, what is this stupidity? What is this curse? David fasted to ask God to intervene because of injustice. So this is you know, fasting in the Christianity. And now they do not eat meat. In look, here it is written that you should not eat meat. It's a Bible. Even they don't follow their fabricated Bible. They do not eat meat, fish, eggs, milk products, all cooking oils, red wine, but you can drink white wine. You can drink beer or alcoholic beverages and no sexual activity. This is one. Hinduism. Fasting in Hinduism is a declaration of faith, again, and way to build character, strength, self control, and purity of the mind. They also consider fasting is a praiseworthy deed or good karma. They also feel. Fasting is used for punishment and considered a purifier and remover of sin. So when you fast in Hinduism, so it will work as a detergent or dishwasher or alcohol to clean your body. Sadhus at a religious procession in Ahmedabad, every year they take out this procession like Ashura in Muslim. India at the end of Chalu Sahib, this is their saint. A 40-day fasting period observed by the Sindhi Hindu community. So they are observing it. 40 days. Hindu women are keener observing faster than men. In Islam also. Even the present their Islam, what the mullah and all the religious leaders, it is an open insult of the woman. But the women are more religious than men. Same thing with us. Indian leader naked Mahatma Gandhi. Naked Mahatma Gandhi used to fast as a political weapon. Indo-Pakistan, Muslim, Hindus, they know it. Fasting is also used as a punishment in Hinduism for minor mistake to observe fast for 3 days. And Muslim is also same thing. During the Hajj, if you make any mistake, you have to keep extra 10 days. I will give a separate lecture on the punishment, the fasting as a punishment in Islam religion. Some domestic ceremonies like marriage and pujas occasion they abstain from eating food. On certain Hindu festival, each as a Ma, Sharvati, and Durga puja, the worshipper must observe fasting either for a day or for several days. So it's the same what Muslims are doing. Same thing. And Muslim borrow this from them or from Jew because it is not available in the Quran. No fasting, no nothing over there. Baha'i fasting. Baha'i religion fasting is observed from sunrise to sunset. During the Baha'i months, they have their own month, Allah. 1 or 2 March, 19 or 20 March. It is a complete abstaining from both food and drink during daylight hours, including abstaining from smoking. So this is their new. They are Zoroastrian. So we got this from the Zoroastrian also. Atheist Buddha also believe in fasting. Look, he was atheist, but he believed in it. So this is a mixture of atheism and religion. It's a confusion. Buddhist is a confused escapism. Buddhist monks and nuns following the Vanama rules commonly do not each day after the noon meal. This is not considered a fast but rather a discipline. Discipline. They will not follow the nature laws. You will discipline them. Since Buddha was also atheist, so instead of giving the laws, so he is asking you to discipline yourself, aiding in meditation and good health. So how you can do that? do not each day after the noonday. So this is a punishment. It is not a discipline. Fasting in Jainism. Prior to undertaking a Jain fast, person must make a vow or a formal statement of determination. This is very clear, very near to the Siam word, the Quran. The word Siam means determination against the evil thing. So Jainism is a very close the definition of the. It does not mean Siam means some Quran doesn't. Quran has given determination, change the system and make the new language, new education for the people and fight for the morality, honesty. This is Siam. We will discuss all these things. Judaism. Fasting for a Jew means completely abstaining from food and drink, including water. Traditionally, vigilant Jews fast 6 days of the year except for Yom Kippur. Fasting is never prohibited on Shabbat. In Muslim, fasting is never permitted on Eid. So they have taken this, our Muslim priesthood or theocracy or mullah, they take from Judaism this fasting and the Eid. Look, they have 6 day fasting, but here they make the holy month of Ramadan, destroy the whole nation. And then Bible wrote Moses fasted during the 40 days and 40 nights. He was on Mount Sinai to receive the law of God, Exodus 34. So this is also, Quran does not accept it. I'm doing this Moses lecture, Moses and Pharaoh, I could not find. So this is also insult of Moses' personality. Then pro-Columbian American fasting. Apart from refraining from consumption food, fasting may involve restrictions such as drinking water or consuming food at specific time and omitting salt or chili pepper from all food. Sexual denial, sexual self-denial frequently accompanies fasting and both practice may last period as short as 3 days of a year. So they are lucky that they have this virus for the 3 days. And Jews, they have this virus, this stupidity for 6 days as compared to Muslim. Taoism. Taoism is an ancient tradition of philosophy and religious belief that is deeply rooted in Chinese customs and worldwide. They avoid grains as a fasting practice to become transcendent or immortal. So they become the immortal if you don't eat the flour, wheat, starch. Finish. Yoga. In yoga principle, it is recommended that one maintains a spiritual fast on a particular day each week, Monday or Thursday, on the full moon day of each month. It is essential on the spiritual fasting day not only to abstain from meals but also to spend the whole day with positive spiritual attitude. So, what is this positive spiritual attitude? And spiritually, there is no positive thing. It's all negative, self denial, escapism from the problem. This is a spiritual attitude. Japanese fasting. Japan has used fasting as a punishment for the Buddhist sin of the meat consumption, initially for 3 days. Eating meat then other than seafood defined here simply as meat was seen by Buddhist elite as a kind of spiritual corruption practice for meat consumption. So this is their philosophy. Now let me come to the Islam. So these are the people they are keeping 3 days, 2 days, but in Muslim you see what they are doing. Look, by the way, in Saudi Arabia, in the month of Ramadan, they change everything. They sleep all the daytime from Fajr prayer. They sleep up, keeping fasting after fasting in the morning. Then they woke up before Zohar prayer. So all the business activity during the night time in Saudi Arabia, they change everything for their convenience. So fasting is obligatory for every Muslim 1 month in the year. In other religion, all the religion, it is not obligatory, but they make it obligatory to make the people their slave, to make the people, ignorant. During the month of Ramadan, Muslims are expected to abstain from eating, drinking, and sexual relation from dawn to sunset each day of the month. This is one thing. Now, in this holy month, all these, alligators, all the religious leaders, look their turban, their cloak, their faces, they're all shaitan because they're selling God, Quran, Muhammad. And this is the main obstacle in the path of in the education of the Quran. They are the base. So holy month, holy Kaaba, holy book, holy water, everything they made holy is a period of fasting and spiritual growth. Same what other religions are saying. And one of the 5 pillars of Islam, these pillars of Islam, they are fake. Not even single in these pillars of Islam exist in the Quran. The declaration of faith that God is one. This is Jew. And also they are saying Abu Huraira, and they all accept there are 99 names of Allah. Here they are saying one, and then at the same time they are saying there are 99 names of Allah. Finish. How it can be a pillar of Islam? Prayer, Salat, Muslim pray facing Makkah 5 times a day. At dawn, noon, mid-afternoon, sunset, and after dark. Quran does not mention any Makkah. Makkah means destruction. Makkah does not mean the city in Saudi Arabia. It is all fabrication. And do you think this Allah's house, this cube building covered with the black cloth is Allah's house? Do you think Allah live over there? And what about all the Allah's house, mosque all over the world there? So Allah has so many houses, but Allah's house in Makkah is a very poor. The royal family, they are very rich. Allah is very poor. They have 5-star hotels, they have a high-rise building where Allah they have given this cubicle building where Allah is saying in the Quran, Hamidun, Ghaniyun. So they make this house of Allah and people are going. They are paying them billions of dollars, making them more rich. Let you enjoy. So that is the reason all these mosques are working for them. They are promoting Hajj, Umrah, and they are making 200 billion, 300 billion every year. They are selling their holy water even. So this Makkah, there is no Makkah at all. Zakat are 2.5% alms giving. It is not available in the Quran. Fasting, Psalm in the month of Ramadan. We are discussing this. I will bring all the verses which the word Psalm has been used. I will give you a clear picture. This is also not from the Quran. Pilgrimage or performing Hajj and Umrah, this is also not in the Quran. Hajj means anywhere you get together and make the discussion in the light of the Quranic education to bring the peace and prosperity in the society. And this job was done by all the representatives of the Quran, all the messenger of the Quran. So this is a fake because this zakat and fatrana, they want to money. Like other religion, they are very rich. The end of Ramadan marks the beginning of Islamic holiday, Eid, Eid al-Fitr, the festival of breaking the fast, just like Diwali or Holi. On this day, many Muslims attended religious services, visited relatives, and find and exchange gifts. So this is the month of Ramadan. Then what they are doing? Moon sighting and giving charity is a compulsory in the month of Ramadan. This is their business. That is the reason they are all surviving. They are all parasite. Quran says them mutrifun, mujrimeen. They are all mujrim. They are all munafiqeen. They will not entertain your question. They want to close down your mind because if you start asking the question, it will open your mind. You cannot ask them the question during their ceremony Friday or Eid Friday. No, not at all. Because if you ask them question, it means you are challenging the God. And in Pakistan, they kill you. And then they say, oh, I don't want to talk. I have a deep belief in Ramadan supplication and you want to dislodge my belief? I will not talk to you. You are a very dangerous person. Ashura. Look, this is one, but this Zoroastrian, the Shia, they destroy the Quran. Ashura is the Islamic counterpart to the Jewish fast. They took it from Jew of Yom Kippur to thank God for saving Moses and the Jewish people from Egypt. Nothing like that. Quran does not accept. Moses changed the system. This reality of Pharaoh or Ramesses was replaced by Moses and Harun. They were not saved. The same day also marked the martyrdom of Hassan. Same thing. Ibn Ali and his family. Look how criminal they are. What they are doing against the Quran. There is a no Ali in the Quran. There is a no Hassan. There is a no Fatima. It's all lies, mountain of lies. And they have a very strong sect. And then they consider Ali is Allah. And they consider the prophetism by mistake come to Muhammad. So although it is not obligatory, but many Sunnis and Shia Muslims both fast on this day. They say they fast. Month of Shawwal fasting. Some Muslims observe fasting during any 6 days of Shawwal as a good deed to get 10 times more reward. So what they are saying that if you fast 10 in the month of 6 days in the month of Shawwal. So if in Ramadan you will get 1 time more reward, in Shawwal you will get 10 times. They are contradicting themselves. They are degrading Ramadan by issuing the statement the fasting of Shawwal, Arafat fasting. Fasting on the day of Arafat for non-premillennials is a highly recommended sunnah which entails a great reward. Allah forgive the sins of 2 years. So do you think Allah will do this injustice? All these criminal Islamic leader, religious leader, and the rulers, Allah will forgive them? Never. Their sin is not forgivable. They destroy the 2.5 billion Muslims. They keep them slave. They don't want to allow freedom of speech, freedom of question. Dhul Hajj fasting. Fasting during the first 9 days of month of Dhul Hajj for the sake of swab. What is this swab? It's a pickle. It's a fruit. What is this swab? They don't know. 99.99% people does not know what is the swab. And swab means cloth, thobe. When a thread is in the form of thread, and when you put in the loom, and when it will convert into cloth, it is known as swab. The result of your action, the result of your thinking, the result of your activity. But here, from the 1400 years, there is no result. And they are doing the supplication for the sake of swab, supplication for the sake of Hajj, supplication for the swab of Hajj or Umrah or Ramadan. Where is that swab? I could not see. Except they become more illiterate. They have gone into the worst kind of darkness. This is the swab they have by doing this. Dawoodi fasting. The fasting is attributed to the Prophet Dawood. Fasting on Monday and Sunday. It involves fasting on Monday and Thursday every week of the lunar year. Fasting is prohibited on Eid day. So it is a prohibition. Why? If you ask them question, they will kick you out from the mosque because they don't want that your mind should be enlightened or it gets some guideline or it can get some sharpness. They want to keep your mind in a stagnancy. They don't want that you start thinking. Ask them why the fasting is prohibited in Eid. No one asks that. When you ask this question, so everything will be open then. Lailatul Qadr. Aisha related that Prophet said, look for Lailatul Qadr on an odd numbered night during the last 10 nights of Ramadan. What is this? Who's Aisha? Lailatul Qadr. The meaning of Lailatul Qadr, the 10th this night, odd night during the month of Ramadan, this is Lailatul Qadr. Totally wrong. Qadra means measures, values, anxieties, depression, sorrow, tension. So this Quran has been given, the education of the Quran has been given to you to remove your anxiety, your depression, your isolation, your poverty, your sickness. And what they are doing. I will also give a separate lecture on Laylatul Qadr. I have already given, but the YouTube management removed it, so I will put it again. So this is the, stupidity of the worldwide religion about fasting. In the next lecture, we will discuss 81. What is a Ramadan? What is a Siam? And what was the Siam of Maryam? And how this virus has come to us? Thank you very much.